Green State University Falcons. A junior from Walnut, New Jersey, Emily Castiglia. Junior from Bridgeport, West Virginia, Kaylee Bokey. A sophomore from Durham, North Carolina, Star Ogilvy. Sophomore from Skippack, Pennsylvania, Elise Broska. Senior from Colts Neck, New Jersey, escorted by her parents Jim and Eileen, Courtney Morrison. Freshman from Leeds, England, Kiara Thornton. Sophomore out of Bartlett, Illinois, Izzy Ravelli. Junior from Bristow, Virginia, Katrina Mendez-Ebelnick. Freshman from Cambridgeshire, England, Tegan Milligan. A senior from Prescott, Kentucky, escorted by parents Janet and Tobin, Lauren Bannister. Freshman from Bellefonte, Pennsylvania, Faye Dubin. Senior out of Los Angeles, California, escorted by her parents Sherilyn Stevens, Serena Ross. Junior from Hilliard, Ohio, Bailey Lawrence. Freshman from Milford, Connecticut, Megan Zalio. Junior from Helmet, New Jersey, Brooke McNamara. Freshman from Columbus, Ohio, Love Ekpan. Freshman from Medina, Ohio, Nadia Parente. Sophomore from Saratoga, Pennsylvania, Maddie Coburn. Sophomore out of Franklin, Tennessee, Shania Brown. A senior from Denver, North Carolina, escorted by her parents Candy and Scott, Sydney Bennett. A senior from Mesa, Arizona, escorted by her parents Liz and Greg, Megan Deschus. Junior from Independence, Kentucky, Lexi Bornhorn. Sophomore out of Louisville, Kentucky, Megan Bingham. Junior from Maumee, Ohio, Kennedy Kreinbrink. And a junior from Houston, Texas, Catherine Wahlbecker. Assistant coach for the Falcons, Austin Forbes. Associate head coach, Sonny Marchand. Entered her 16th season at the helm of the Orange and Brown is head coach, Carrie Turner. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd ask that everybody please rise as we honor America, as well as all those who have served, those who are serving, and those who will be serving in our armed forces with the playing of our national anthem.
Awesome. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Stroh Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. And you are in for a treat today. BGSU has their last home meet today, along with some other schools have joined us. So we have a quad. We have Fisk University, the University of West Virginia, and then Eastern Michigan, along with our Falcons today. My name is Kim Glandorf, and I am a former BGSU gymnast. 1987 to 1991, so a long time ago. But I'm a resident of Bowling Green, and I come to almost all of the home meets, so I'm going to go ahead and guide you through today's meet. But I also have my husband with me, Hans Glandorf, who has been with me on this journey of streaming live for these gymnastics meets, and so he is joining me today to kind of help me, because a quad meet is a lot to follow for just one person. So he is my, what I can call my sidekick. So they are doing their touch warm-up right now. So BGSU is going to start on the vault, and they're going to follow the Olympic order, which is vault, bars, beam, floor.
We hope you'll have fun. Thanks
on bars, we have Eastern Michigan. On beam, we have West Virginia, and then Fisk will be on floor. So we're going to be bebopping back and forth to all the events and whatnot, so we will do our best to keep you updated on scores, what to look for. Today's meet is special in the fact that we are going to be honoring 5 senior athletes that have competed for BGSU for the last 4 or 5 years of their college career.
Those seniors are Lauren Bannister, Sydney Bennett, Megan Decius, Courtney Morrison, and Serena Ross. Congratulations to those girls.
And we are going to see them, I believe, today on vault and on floor for their last home meet here with BGSU.
Real interesting as we have 4 teams today, where West Virginia is celebrating their 50th year of gymnastics at the University of West Virginia. Fisk is in their 2nd year. Their coach has started a brand new program. I can only imagine what it's like to start a program in Division I college athletics from the ground up. She herself is an accomplished gymnast, and it's great to see her getting more athletes involved.
It is definitely a difference, 50 years versus only in their 2nd year. BGSU has had gymnastics for quite some time as well. Started back in the 70s, I believe.
As a team, I think in the 60s as a club, in the 70s as a team.
We've come a long way from Epler North, where I competed. The building doesn't even exist anymore. They built a brand new building for Epler, and the girls were housed in Anderson Arena for a while, and now they're competing in the Stroh now pretty much full-time, I do believe. All the home meets this year have been in the Stroh, which is a great facility. Big, you can sit where you can see all 4 events going on at one time, which is awesome. It's definitely a little quieter when it's just a dual meet versus a quad. So you're going to be hearing a lot of background noise, so we'll do our best to try to block that out for you. But like I said, it's pretty crazy. We're going to see some great competition today. We sat here and watched warm-ups, and we have seen some beautiful skills, beautiful routines that I know that are going to be coming. So it's going to be a great treat for everybody to watch this meet today. Currently right now, BGSU is 1-5 coming into today's competition. Eastern Michigan is 3-4. West Virginia is also 3-4. And right now, Fisk is 0-2. Not had a lot of meets this year, unfortunately, where we've had a number of meets to get under our belt and whatnot.
I think at least 2 of Fisk had 2 of their meets canceled this year, so I don't know why that was, but that's why maybe they haven't had as many meets as the other teams.
That is true. That is true. Injuries are tough. A lot of times when you injure yourself in the sport of gymnastics, it takes a long time to come back from. And that's why I guess we were just kind of talking about the number of girls for each team. Eastern Michigan, 24, 25 girls. Bowling Green has a number of girls as well. West Virginia did not seem to have as many. Maybe the more typical when I was in school. We only had between 12 and 15 athletes. No more than that when I was competing back in the late 80s, early 90s and whatnot. So you had to do more than just one event. They call that a specialist. Sometimes they only do 1. Sometimes you girls do the all-around, which is 4. I started off my career as an all-arounder, and then for my last 3 years, I only did vault, beam, and floor. I did not do bars anymore. So somebody else had to come in and do that. So maybe they have more specialty areas now instead of doing the all-around, which is why you have more athletes. So that kind of makes sense, especially with the injury bug.
As a gymnast, would you find it easier to focus on just one event, or?
Your body gets tired of just one event. When you do all four, you use different aspects of your body, so maybe you don't get injured as often, and you're able to stay the course. I finished all 4 of my years. We didn't have a COVID, obviously, back in the day, but I did all 4 years, competed all 4, and my body definitely took a toll, but knock on wood, fortunately, I did not have a season career-ending injury. I didn't have to come back from an injury. I was, besides your aches and pains and whatnot, I was able to make it all 4 years without getting that injury where I have to maybe come back for a 5th year or whatnot. So it's almost like a 3-sport athlete in high school, where if you're a specialist and you only focus on that one event, injuries happen more often than not because you're not using your body in different ways in all the other events.
Overuse injuries.
All right, looks like we're ready to get started. Like I said, the Falcons will start on vault first. So Megan Bingham is going to lead us off, which, again, your coach always wants to put someone who's going to be very consistent, going to give you a nice score to start off with, in that lead role, which is very important. I think the first person and the last person are crucial when you're making your lineup for that event.
Megan's high score this year is a 9.75.
And that was against Illinois State earlier in the season. So here she goes. Oh, Yuchenko full. Max scored 9.95 that she could score on that vault. That was beautiful. A nice way to start. Then we've got Eastern over there on bars, getting ready for her dismount. A layout double flyaway. Also a nice stuck landing. And the judges are looking for that in all areas. Beam, nice acro series.
Miranda Smith on the beam for West Virginia right now.
Cat leap to switch quarter. Nice leap series that everyone must have in their beam routine. Some type of leap jump series. Another one, nice pike jump there. And ready for a dismount. Round off, back 1.5 twist. A little hop on the landing. For the most part, a nice beam routine. Nice way to get them started on beam for West Virginia. Looks as though Megan went with a 7.75. Nice way to start off for the Falcons.
Best score of the year for her. Congratulations, Megan.
All right.
For Fisk, we have Jordan Marty on the floor.
Oh. But we're on vault right now with Lauren in the second spot. Okay. Looks like her hands were a little far back on the table, which caused her vault to not be as high in altitude. There we go. Now we're on floor with Fisk. Like I said, all 4 events are going on at the same time, so it's definitely crazy. And you're not going to maybe see the whole routine of someone. You might just see a snippet, and that's okay too. There you see her teammates kind of dancing right along with her in her routine, which is really nice. Get you excited and pumped up.
It's one of my favorite parts of floors when their teammates get in there and cheer them on and mimic their routines.
And there you go. Nice last slumming pass or double salto pass. Very good. Should be a nice score for their start off on floor. All right, back over on the vault. A 9.525 for Lauren on vault. As I said, she had a little bit of problem with her hand placement, which caused her vault to not be the best that she probably wanted it to be. So went with a 9.525. All right, Kira Thornton now is ready for vault. Looks as though I bet you she's doing the Yuchenko full as well. So we'll see how she can score for BGSU. Nice vault. A little bit of a pike down on that vault and a little bit of a hop. But for the most part, her high score this year is a 9.675. So we'll see if she can score better than she did in a previous meet. Again, teammates cheering, high-fiving. Nothing like that when your teammates and your coaches are behind you. They pick you up when you're down, and they pick you up even further when you're doing really well. So far, so good for BGSU on vault. Looks like on beam, Miranda Smith went with a 9.80 on the lead-off position. Very strong score for West Virginia, and they will build on that.
Looks like their coach is talking to Julia Brown right now before she prepares to compete.
Yep. Your coach usually on beam tries to calm you down because you get the most nervous on beam, and beam, when you have nerves, you tend to wobble, and if you wobble, then you tend to fall. So she tries to calm her down, get her ready to go, tell her she's got this, take a deep breath, and then she'll mount.
Is it hard to focus on beam when there's all the music?
I think it was, or it is, yes. There's just so much going on. People clear, sometimes you practice that in the gym though. During practice time, your coach will put on a background of people cheering and clapping so that you're prepared for it. And so that definitely helps, especially in the MAC championship that's coming up at the end of March. All 4 events are going on at the same time, so you have to get used to it. Nice back handspring layout step out. Here's that full turn that everybody must have in their beam routine. Did a nice job. Looks a little out of sorts, some wobbles there on some basic dance elements. Nice split leap to a split jump. Looks like her teammate Abby went with a 9.875. Nice dismount. Nice stuck landing. West Virginia's off to a nice start on beam. All right, we're on floor with Fisk. Looks like a Leia. Her teammate ahead of her, Jordan, went with a 9.75. Nice score to start off with. Setting up for our next tumbling pass, right there in the corner. Round off, back 1.5 to a punch front. Nice combination. Takes care of that 2 salto series that they have to have on floor. Meets that requirement.
Get a reminder to please refrain from the use of flash photography.
All right.
Again,
Tokir Thornton with a 9.60, and the Madison Coburn for BGSU went with a 9.65 on vault.
Love Atpan right now for the Falcons. Just did the vault.
Nice stuck landing for Love. That was a nice vault. She just was a little too close to the little horse. There wasn't a lot of distance on that vault, but we'll see what the judges do with that. On bars for Eastern Michigan, nice double layout. A couple steps on the landing there, unfortunately. That would definitely be a deduction. Looks like her teammate, Jordan, went with a 9.825. It's a nice, strong score for her. Back over on the beam, West Virginia. Kiana Lewis, her teammate ahead of her, went with a 9.850, Julia Brown. Again, West Virginia is doing a nice job on beam, getting the most nerve-wracking event out of the way first. Split jump, split 3/4, very nice. The judges are always looking for that 180-degree split in any jump or leap that does that. Nice acro series. Front walkover, front flip kind of, landing with 2 feet instead of 1, and then right into a back handspring. Handles that acro series nicely. So far, so good. Setting up for her dismount. Gainer off the side at the end of the beam. Stuck landing. Definitely a nice beam routine.
Catherine Weilbach just competed on the vault for the Falcons. She's their 6th closer.
All right, Love went with a 9.825 with her vault. Again, nice stuck landing and whatnot. She just needs a little more distance on that vault, but still a solid score for her. All right.
Jada Reese on the floor routine for Fisk right now.
All right. Gonna get ready to open up with her first tumbling pass. Punch front to a back 2.5 twist somersault. As I've said before, floor routine, floor music, this is where your personality comes out. You're able to dance, whether you dance elegantly or you dance to rock music, just depends on what your personality is, and that comes out on the floor. She's moving to the corner to get ready for her second tumbling pass. Nice. Round up back handspring double tuck. You'll notice that she landed on that 4-inch mat. Gymnasts are allowed to have mats on the floor. It helps protect the ankles and other parts of your body. And you're able to have that, and the judges do not take a deduction for having mats on the floor, which is really nice. Back over on the beam. Nice full turn.
Journey Lane for West Virginia competing on the beam.
Back handspring to a back 1.5 twist. Nice stuck landing. A different, instead of using the round off as the entry to that dismount, she did a back handspring with that. Changing it up a little bit, a little different. Looks like Catherine Walbach on vault got a 9.825, as did her teammate Love, also went with a 9.85. So a nice solid score for both of them to bring up the anchor for BGSU. So their team score was a 48.675. Oh, over on bars for Eastern Michigan. Nice dismount. It was a toe front with a half, which is, you don't see that very often either. You see usually the flyaway or double back flyaway, so that's a different dismount for her. So Junie Lee went with a 9.90 on beam. Very nice score. Their scores have raised or have gone up every single time, which is what you want to see. Now we have the anchor on beam, Amber Lowe. It's going to finish off in the 6th position. Nice full turn. Like I said, every gymnast must have a full turn in their beam routine. Cat leap to a side aerial. Nice acro series there. Back handspring, lay out, step out. She did have to take a step back out of that. That will be a slight deduction for that. Nice leap jump combination. Dismount. Round the back handspring, back 1.5. A little hop on the landing there. All in all, a nice beam set for her. Back over on the floor.
Sanaya Rosby from Fisk on the floor right now.
All right. Getting ready for her second tumbling pass. All right, round up back 1.5 to a punch front, right to the end. Over on bars for Eastern Michigan, Kyrie Lowe went with a 9.825, and Raina Boris just finished her bar routine. It looks as though on uneven bars that Eastern had a fall, a 9.30, so they're hopefully going to be able to throw that score out. In collegiate gymnastics, 6 competitors, and the top 5 scores count toward their team score, so you always have a little bit of flexibility. If somebody has an off event, falls, wobbles, you can take that score and you can throw it out and take the top 5, so which I'm sure they will do with Grace's score. All right, back over on the beam with West Virginia. So we have an exhibition.
Brooke Albin, exhibitionist for West Virginia.
Back handspring, back layout, step out. Again, in an exhibition, their score does not count toward their team score, but she could possibly be thrown into the lineup, or she's definitely preparing for the future in which she can show her coach right now what I can do. And so she's like, here it is. Beautiful dismount. Back handspring. Step out right into her gainer full dismount off the side of the beam.
On the bars is exhibition Molly Paris from Eastern Michigan.
Okay. The judges look for handstands over here on bars, making sure you have a handstand prior to your dismount or your release move. Nice layout, double flyway there. Looks like on bars, Eastern Michigan had a team score of 48.95. And then on on balance beam, West Virginia went with a 49.275. Quite impressive beam score.
That's a strong start for the meet.
Very much so.
Kira Richmond from Fisk on the floor right now.
Beautiful, double back pike. Second tumbling pass, back 1.5 to a punch front. As I stated earlier, on the floor you must have a double salto pass, and unfortunately a double back does not count as a double salto, even though you do 2 somersaults. They want to see it maybe from different families. And when I say family, I mean either going forward or going backwards. So in this case, she met that criteria with that second pass there. Finishing up with her third tumbling pass. Round off, double tuck somersault. What a way to finish that routine. That's a tough series or tough tumbling pass to finish with. Did a very nice job. You'll notice on floor, sometimes you only see 2 tumbling passes, or you might see 3. When I competed back in the late 80s, early 90s, I had 3 tumbling passes. ended up finishing 4th in that meet. So that was a nice way to end my college career, was on a positive note, competing in the regional.
You were the first BGSU team to ever qualify for the regionals, if I remember from the history.
I don't believe we were the first. I believe it's been 25 years now since that had happened back in 91. Ooh, beautiful double back pike to open up her floor set. Morgan Price for Fisk. This is all right, ready for her second pass. Punch layout to a punch front full. Nice combination. Like to see her smile like that. Just having fun, but also doing what she needs to do to.
Her teammates on all 4 corners cheering her, mimicking her. It's fantastic.
You almost know their floor routine as well as you know your own floor routine, because you see it in practice 7, 8, 9 times every single day. And so you know their routine just as well as they do. I like how they have her teammates spread out all around the floor. They're not just like in one corner. Beautiful 2.5 twist to finish her 3rd tumbling pass. It's a blind landing, so it's really hard to land, but she did a nice job. Nice routine. Her teammate prior to that, Kiara Richmond, went with a 9.60. All right.
They do have listed one exhibition for Fisk on the floor, Naima Muhan.
Oh, okay. So we do have an exhibition. So again, we've got one more routine then on the floor. It's hard to have to kind of sit around and wait, not really sit, but stand to wait for an event to finish or a gymnast to finish. So unfortunately with the exhibition, which I still think is a very important position to be in, I think they should give everybody an opportunity. And sometimes competing as an exhibitionist, you're able to show, like I said, the coach what you can do and maybe make it into the lineup for the next meet. Nice score, 9.80 for Morgan for her floor routine. Nice team score for Fisk, a 48.225. Not too shabby. It's interesting, I was sharing with Hans when I came in that it's interesting how when you have a quad, you go up against 3 other teams, but you only compete 1 time. But your score goes up against Eastern, your score goes up against West Virginia, and it goes up against Fisk. So you can finish 3-0 today, or you can finish 0-3 or 1-2. It just depends on where your score is. But that's unusual that you compete 1 time, but your score counts 3 times and whatnot when you have a quad of that nature. So, all right. The music that you hear, the routine, is up from exhibition from Fisk. I'd be curious to know why she's wearing tights under her leotard like that. I don't know if that's something that you don't see that very often in gymnastics. It's just you and usually your leotard, and maybe if you have to wear a knee brace or an ankle brace or your ankles are taped or whatnot. So I've never seen this before, so I'd be curious as to know why.
I'm seeing more and more of that with different religions that are participating in different sports. Could be a religious thing also.
That's true.
Or injury, lots of different things.
Getting ready for her next tumbling pass. All right, back 1.5 to a punch front. Takes care of that double salto requirement I spoke of earlier. Her leap combination. You have to have a leap combination as you do on beam, and you do have to have one on floor as well. Nice ending. Right to the music. All right, you see how they pass the crown onto her. guess you get to wear that after you compete in your floor routine or your event or whatever. You get to wear the crown. It's kind of a neat thing. Lots of schools do different things when they get off of that event or that that routine or whatever. I've seen crowns. I've seen boas that are their school colors that go around them. I've seen chains. It's just a different way of honoring each gymnast when they finish with that particular routine or whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next rotation, which means BGSU will now move to the bars. Eastern Michigan will now complete on beam. West Virginia will now move to the floor, and then once Fisk catches their breath, they'll head on over to the vault to do their next event. Sometimes it's hard, especially if maybe you might be last on floor. You got to run over and you're first on vault or whatever to catch your breath and take a moment before you have to kind of get ready for that next event. So maybe they'll give her a minute to get some water and to kind of decompress for a minute before they have to start warming up on their next event.
When we get to the bars, it looks like Kiera Thornton will open up for Bowling Green. Elise Broska will be our second competitor. Love Atpan, number 3. In the 4th spot will be Megan Bingham. Number 5 will be Catherine Weilbach. Number 6, Isabella Rivelli.
Sanibel will help you enjoy this afternoon's meet.
All right, Falcon fans, get up on your feet. It's T-shirt time.
All right, fans, who's ready for the T-shirt toss? BG had 3 scores, a 9.75 or higher in that
Of course, the
last
crowd's going
rotation.
crazy because it's free T-shirt time. If you get loud, they'll throw you a T-shirt.
For free T-shirt.
It's kind of cool. You never have too many T-shirts, especially with gymnastics on it. Yes.
It's a good crowd here.
Looks like we have representation from all the schools. You can hear Eastern sitting behind us, screaming. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just do a couple highlights from the first rotation. Just show some of the scores, routines, and whatnot. Like I said, that was the one vault that unfortunately had a little bit of difficulty with her hand placement. A dismount, back handspring, back full. Back 1.5. Good, nice step landing. Another Yachenko full here for BG. A little bit of piked on that as she turned. But a nice landing. Back 1.5, punch front layout.
In your 4-minute time warm-up for rotation number 2.
Nice step landing on that double
In
flyaway.
rotation number 2, we find the Falcons on the bars with Kiera.
Just a little short on that Yachenko full.
Love Atpan, Megan Bingham,
Again,
Catherine Weilbach,
step
Daisy
back a little
Ravelli
bit.
with an exhibition by
Those judges are looking for those stuck landings on all events.
For Fisk,
And take a step forward. They'd rather have you take a step forward than a step back.
Sanaya Roseby, Anaya Taylor,
There you go, gainer off the
Irene
beam.
Hanna, and Morgan Price with an exhibition
Nice
by
step
Lizzie
there.
Moore.
You'll notice sometimes that the coaches will be right next to you, especially on bars if you're doing a release move, or maybe even on beam or whatnot. But as long as they do not touch you or the apparatus, they're allowed to be there. Sometimes they're a security blanket because maybe it's a new skill, or you're just not sure, and having them stand right there, not touch you, that's okay.
As a gymnast then, when you're practicing and trying to improve your scores, do you spend most of your time on your dismounts or a specific skill that you're trying to master?
Well, it just depends on what you need to work on, how you are consistent with that. Maybe it is your dismount, maybe it's your release move. It just depends on how you did in that meet and what you need to get ready for the next one. It's unfortunate because it could be a different thing. Sometimes it could be your acro series that you messed up in the one meet, you fix that, and then it's your dismount the next meet. Or you didn't get your leap combination, and so you have to work on that. Well, then you get that, but then you miss your acro series. So unfortunately, it might be different every time that you go out there on what you have to work on and practice and whatnot. And it's unfortunate. Sometimes you do your best vault or your best series in touch warm-ups. And then you do go in there to get ready to compete or whatever, and you totally miss it, or something happens. It's so, gymnastics is a weird sport.
Oh.
Hopefully you're just consistent the whole time. You have it in your head, your mental, and you know exactly what you need to do. And sometimes you're very superstitious as well. Like you will only go up on that touch and you will only do the bare minimum because you think, okay, I don't want to overexert myself. I don't want to get myself tired and whatnot. So you only do the bare minimum. So others like to do everything. Like they'll do all 3 of their tumbling passes. They'll do all of their jump, all their leaps or whatnot, and that's just the way they go. So it just depends on what's good for you.
So between different athletes, will it vary as far as adding new skills in their collegiate career, or do they stay pretty consistent with the skills they develop in their younger years?
To be honest, it's individual. I did not do the same skills as a freshman as I did as a sophomore, but pretty much after my sophomore, junior year, I had the same floor music. You don't usually change every year. You keep your same music or your same routine. I actually kept my routine the same 3 out of the 4 years. I had my first 2 years, I had the same floor routine. I wanted to change. I went to a new routine my junior year, and I did not like it at all, so I went back to my old routine my senior year. But I actually increased my skill level each year. Sometimes you don't change what works for you, but sometimes if you're not quite getting that 10-0 start value, you want to add some things to make that 10-0 start value. It's important to start from the 10.
For different athletes, like basketball players may work with a coach in the off season. Will a gymnast typically work in maybe their home gym in the off season, or?
Yes, they will go back to their home gym. That's what happened with me when my family moved to Texas. And that summer I went home. I went to a gym in Texas and worked with a coach that fit my personality and actually increased my difficulty level on a couple of my events, and then came back and was able to do them for BGSU. So yeah, you usually go home to your home gym. Now sometimes, unfortunately, if gymnasts stay in the summer to go to summer school, they need to be able to work out somewhere. So I'm not sure how that works, if they're able to work out in their gym at BGSU. So that'd be Anderson Arena for the Falcons, or if they find a gym locally. There's a couple of gyms in Toledo. If they go up there and work out, I'm not really sure what they're allowed to do or what Carrie would want them to do, so to speak. All right, so we're ready for the second rotation. And already up on beam for Eastern Michigan. We have Cassie Bergen.
Cassie Bergen.
All right. Beautiful back handspring to a layout step out. Acro series did not move one bit. That was very nice. Split jump to a sheep jump, which is very difficult. It has an E level skill. That definitely give her some bonus. Cat leap to a front arrow somersault. And then right off for her dismount, front full.
Kira Thornton on the bars for Bowling Green.
So far, so good. I've seen everything that she has done.
Her high this year has been a 9.725.
Let's see if she can build on that. Getting ready for a dismount. Full twisting double layout. Just a little hop there on the landing. For the most part, nice job. We're on floor for West Virginia. Kiana Lewis right now. Lead jump combination. It's interesting on floor, depending on where the judges sit, you might change your routine on where you start to where you finish. Sometimes you want to do your dance moves and whatnot right in front of the judge. Other times you want to do it so far away from the judge you don't have to look at them. Because some judges don't, they have that very stoic look and they don't like smile at you. And then it could throw off your routine a little bit. So they definitely change their start where they start and when they stop, depending on where the judges sit. Nice job on the floor for West Virginia. Looks like Kira Thornton on bars started us off with a 9.725. Nice start there for the Falcons in that first position. And we're on beam here for Eastern Michigan, getting ready for the gainer off the end of the beam. Just a step landing there.
Jacqueline Patterson finishing up there at Eastern Michigan. On the bars right now for Bowling Green, we have Elise Braska. Her high score on the season has been a 9.8.
Nice packed salto there into the combination, right to the handstand. For the judges to see is the handstand position, that 90-degree angle. A little short on that. Giant full to a double stuck landing. Nice combination so she can get that bonus, so she can get that start value up to a 10. So a giant full to a double back layout. I'm sorry, tuck flyaway. Nice ending for her. Jada Reese for Fisk on vault, went with a 9.45. And then on floor for West Virginia, Kiana Lewis went with a 9.725. And then we're ready for Brooke Allen here on the floor for West Virginia. She's going to get ready for her opening tumbling pass. Beautiful double back pike. Punch front layout to a punch front full, very nice. I love front tumbling. I was a front tumbler, so I love to see that with the girls nowadays, going forward instead of going backwards. Nice deep jump combination. Going over into the corner, getting ready for her last tumbling pass. See her teammate kind of cheering her on. Take a deep breath because the last pass is so hard to do. You're tired, your legs are tired. Got to give it all you got. We're to finish, double back tuck. Nice landing. And nice finishing with the music, very good. Nice floor team. Elise for the Falcons went with a 9.725, so two 9.725s to start us off on bars. On beam, Jacqueline went with a 9.85. Trinity Macy was up on beam, and I do believe that she had a fall on her acro series, which was a back handspring layout step out. Her teammate prior to her went with a 9.85. China Rosby for Fisk went with a 9.80 on her vault. Nice strong score for her. On bars, Megan, we're waiting for the judge to tell her that she's ready to go.
Megan Bingham for the Falcons up on the bars. Her best score this year, 9.825.
Fell on that handstand. She was trying to go for that 90-degree straight up handstand, and unfortunately had a fall there.
Brings us to beam Kyrie Lowe for Eastern Michigan.
And as I stated earlier, her teammate ahead of her had fallen off and went with a 9.075. So she had a fall there. All right. Over on the floor. doing a little dance, stepping back into that corner, getting ready for that tumbling pass. Again, you want the maximum amount of space, so to speak. Just a punch 1.5. Or I'm sorry, a double twist on that. Nice ending. Here we go over on vault. Beautiful, Yurchenko full. Just a little hop on the landing there. Overall, nice job.
Leah Reed hand for Fisk on the vault there.
All right, back over on beam for Eastern Michigan. Back handspring, layout, step out. Perfect.
Catherine Weilbacher on the bars for Bowling Green.
Beautiful handstand. All right. Dismount. Nice step landing there. Catherine, a very elegant gymnast. Love her toe point. Toe to handstand there. Pulling back out flyaway. A little bit stumble there on the landing, but a nice job. Toe point, always has her toes pointed on anything that she does. Those nice angles. It was a nice job. Unfortunately for Megan, because she did have that fall, she went with a 9.10. So they're hoping to be able to drop that score and count the other 5. Nice, Yurchenko full on that. Just a little step back on that. There she goes. All right. For West Virginia, Amber Love, I believe, yeah. Her teammate prior to that was a 9.80. Nice job on that. Back 1.5 to a punch layout. Layout front. Moving over into the corner. Gonna take a deep breath. Ready for her next tumbling pass. Double back pike. Good ending. Nice ending to that floor routine. It's actually a little wobbly, a little off on that ending. I'm not sure what she was trying to do, but all right, here
Isabella
we go.
Rivelli for the Falcons coming up on the bars. She has a season high 9.925. Let's hope she can repeat that or do better.
Nice release series there, no problems. Beautiful handstand. Got to that 90-degree angle. Layout flyaway. Stuck landing, very nice.
Fantastic.
What a way to finish. That's why she's the anchor on bars. All right, for Fisk.
That was Lizzie Moore. She's exhibition for Fisk.
Wow, Morgan Price for Fisk went with a 9.80 on vault. Nice job. Anxious to see what Isabella's score is based on her routine. Should be a nice score, and they can drop that 9.10 that Megan had.
It's a stronger team for a sophomore. Isabella's a sophomore this year for the Falcons.
Wow, she'll be back.
She's had 4 first-place finishes in her career.
That's awesome. She'll be back next year for 2 more years. Eastern Michigan, Ella went with a 9. Oh, she's on beam right now. Okay. Gracie Boris went with a 9.875. nice balance skill. That front somersault landing on one foot into a scale. Definitely some bonus points there. There's that sheep jump I mentioned earlier. The E element. You can lose your side of the beam for a split second. Very hard skill to do. Punch front full off the end. Nice stuck landing. All right, Abby Pearson right now on floor. Amber Lowe went with a 9.80 for Western, or I keep saying Western, but West Virginia, excuse me.
Isabella Ravelli from the Falcons scored a 9.85 with her bars routine.
Once again, vault, bars, and beam are finished with that rotation, and we're waiting on floor.
Courtney Morrison was an exhibition for the Falcons. We didn't get to see her score, but it's nice to see more Falcons competing.
All right, looks like we've got one more competitor on floor. Sierra Munns is going to finish West Virginia up, and then they'll move to the vault. Pretty decent score for the Falcons on bars, a 48.70. Eastern Michigan on beam, 49.125. Beautiful set on beam for them. Anything 49 and higher is good. All right.
So after two events, what do we have? Who's in the lead now?
All right, so Sierra on floor. Here we go. Opening tumbling pass. Turn up back handspring, double back pike. A little off on the ending, or the landing on that, a little off to the side, so a little crooked. There will be a deduction for that. Beautiful jumps there, definitely 180 degree. Landing pass, punch front to front full. A little bit off on the landing there. Probably that routine was rather quick, but all right. All right, I think that brings our second rotation to a close.
Falcons will be up on the balance beam next.
Looks as though Eastern Michigan and West Virginia are in a tight race there at 98.225 and 98.075. And then the Falcons follow behind with a 97.375. And then Fisk with a 96.650. And yes, we're going to go ahead and move on to our third rotation, where it has the Falcons on the beam. Fisk moves to the uneven parallel bars. Eastern Michigan will be up on floor, and on vault we will have West Virginia. And watching them warm up, West Virginia has some vaulters. Their amplitude, their height on their Yurchenko fulls were quite impressive, so we'll see how they compete those. And as I watched the Falcons on beam warmed up rather nicely, solid landings on their dismounts, and acro series went really well as also. All right, so it looks as though our last floor competitor went with a 9.725.
We're going to see some replays of some of the different competitors in that second rotation.
All right, as we're kind of going back through some of the routines and whatnot, as I said, Eastern Michigan had it quite impressive on the beam. West Virginia had some great tumbling skills, a lot of double backs, tucks, and pikes. Right. Gainer back tuck that. You'll see her teammates going crazy over there on bars. Beautiful Yurchenko full. Nice stuck landing on that. That was nicely done. She went with a 9.80 on that too, which was a nice score. Back 1.5. Again, stuck landing. Judges are always looking for that stuck landing. Nice double layout. A tuck Yurchenko full. Whoa. A little bit too much power on that dismount there. Nice layout flyway, a little pike down. Unfortunately, that's why the step came. A little back in the pike position. Nice Yurchenko full, went with a 9.8 on that. Nice bar set, nice double flyaway with full twist. Nice front tumbling from West Virginia, and then there's a back tumbler. Again, just a little crooked off to the side there of that line. Dismount, back handspring 1.5. Little hop.
In our third rotation for the Falcons home to beam, we have Emily Castiglia, Love Anthem, Nadia Prente, Lee Stroska, Megan Bingham, and Catherine Wallbacher with an exhibition by Serena Ross.
It's nice so far we have not had to see any conferences with the judges, which then slows down the rotations as well, which means the judges are agreeing on what they are seeing and their scores. And they don't have to conference after each competitor, which is nice because that usually takes way too much time. And then the competitor has to wait for them to finish their conversation. And so things are moving actually very smoothly for a quad meet, which is nice to see.
Absolutely, with 4 teams, you want to keep things moving as fast as they can.
And you also might see there's a judge that wanders around. She's called the meet referee. And she kind of will just judge at random. And if they do have to converse on that, she'll go over and say, this is what I saw. So she kind of helps the process along a little bit, which is nice too. And so the meet referee is kind of in charge of the judges and how they are judging. If she thinks things are going, if they're scoring too high, they're scoring too low, she'll go over and talk to them and let them know that they need to kind of change some things with their scores and whatnot, especially their start values.
So today is our senior meet for our Falcon gymnastics team. They will be competing. The gymnastics team will be heading to Central Michigan, I believe, at the end of this week. They'll be on Friday. The gymnastics will be at Central Michigan. In other Falcon action today, I think our basketball team is in Louisiana. And then throughout the week, I know our golf team, our women's golf team is playing in Arizona. Friday, not only is the gymnastics team heading to Central Michigan, our hockey team will be at St. Thomas. Our baseball team will be heading down to Middle Tennessee. Lots of Falcon action going on this week. Women's tennis will be at Cleveland State on Friday, and women's track will be at the Silverton Invitational, which is actually in Ann Arbor at the University of Michigan. Lots of great Falcon activities going on.
Let's get loud. Turn the music up and hit.
The season's like almost half over, and they're going to be getting ready for the MAC championship at the end of March.
Yeah, March 23rd. So
March 23rd.
If coaches are making adjustments, you said you made nice comments about exhibition competition if they're trying to make any final things. March 23rd at Ball State will be the MAC Championships. MAC Championships started in 1980, 1981. That was the inaugural MACs. That first year, I think BGSU finished second to Kent.
Oh, to Kent.
Kent has won the MAC championships 12 times.
Yes.
Central Michigan, though.
16.
And
yeah. Kent and Central have been the two dominant teams. We focus our attention on one, and then we forget about the other one. That's how what happened my senior year. We were focused about Kent and Central Michigan, and ended up taking the championship that year. So I'm like, that was a tough one to swallow. But we finished on beam, and the MAC championships were at Central as well. And we finished on beam and didn't necessarily have a great beam set, unfortunately. We were in the lead going into that last event too, and squandered it away.
Gotta finish strong.
Yes.
BG has won the MAC 3 times in its history, so that's nice to hear also.
Yes,
They've been there.
Yep, we have won
Some
it.
teams haven't. Miami has not. They have not won the MAC championship ever.
Who's that?
Miami.
With our third
They don't have
rotation, we
gymnastics
have the
team.
Falcons on the beam,
They were
Eastern
listed in
Michigan
the
on the
MACs.
floor.
Okay.
That's why they would have
Yeah.
zero.
West
Okay.
Virginia
That
is on
makes
the
sense.
bump.
But Northern,
Again, a reminder,
there's only one at once,
no
Ball
flag
State
photography
won.
to be used
Yeah.
inside the Stroh
BGs are
Center.
out middle of the pack.
Judges at this time, you
But
may
yeah,
now
dominated
assume
by
control of
Central
your
and Kent.
respective events.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been around since 1980-81, and they've run 29 of the possibilities.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Eastern won it last year. Who won the MAC championship in 2023?
Central was 2023 with
Okay.
196.
196, okay.
Yeah. Last year Eastern was 6th place. BGSU was 5th. So BG actually beat Eastern Michigan last year
Last year
at
in the MAC
MACs
championship. Okay.
at a 195.45.
All right. You see Carrie over there in her sparkly jacket. Whoops. In a minute. We moved over to the floor.
Kyrie Lowe from Eastern Michigan on the floor right now.
All right. She's going to start us off. Awesome. In terms of floor choreography, you could get it from a couple of different places. Some teams have their own choreographer that comes in and just does their choreography on floor. Or sometimes the girls will make up their own routines. Or actually, you have some teammates that will help you out as well. The combination of the two is not bad either. Since my coach back when I was on the Falcons Gymnastics team was a male, not many male coaches do the choreography. They would handle more of the bars and the vault, where your assistant coaches would handle more of the dance elements, or your teammates would. We had some teammates that were phenomenal dancers and helped with that every year with our routines. That was always cool.
Emily Castiglia from the Falcons on the beam right now. Emily's high score this season was a 9.725.
So far, so good. From what I've been able to see, has hit all of her requirements, no major wobbles. Getting ready for her dismount as she puts her foot there at the end of the beam, be like, okay, I've got dismount, front full twist off of 2 feet. Way to start us off. Again, that first position to get things going. You want someone who's going to be consistent, going to give you a strong score, and then you will only build up from there. So it was nice to see her for her beam routine.
Love Akpan will follow her when it's her chance to get up on the beam. Love's high score this season is 9.625. On the bars for Fisk.
There's China Rosby. Her teammate Sydney Smith started them off. They're waiting for her score. I should have known. I said they didn't have to converse, and there they go.
Jinxed them.
Yep. Beautiful vaults over here from West Virginia. And the amplitude off of the horse is phenomenal. Distance from the horse is awesome as well. Just a little bit of a hop on the landing for that. Back over on the floor for Eastern Michigan.
Ella Kamadi.
All right. opening up with a double pike tumbling pass. A little short on that, so she had to step forward. See Eastern Michigan's coach getting into the yelling, cheering on her gymnast to finish strong on this last tumbling pass. A little crooked. You want to maintain a straight line typically, but when you twist and turn, sometimes it's hard.
Love Atpan finishing up her routine on the beam.
She did have a fall, I noticed. She did her acro series. Her hips just opened up and unfortunately lost her balance and fell on that beam routine.
Falcon Nadia Parente will follow her. She's a freshman from Medina.
Oh, from Ohio. All right, we're over here on the bars. China Rosby, she had to wait a few minutes. I spoke too soon when I said about conferencing. So, nice handstand there to a toe front half. You don't see that very often, a lot of the double flyaways, but her dismount was very nice. Should be a good score for her. Well, we started off beam on the right foot. Emily went with a 9.80. Nice score to start us off, but unfortunately Love had that fall, so her score is going to be lower than that. And they're going to hope they can drop that score from Love, unfortunately. Some solid scores from West Virginia over on vault. Abby Pearson went with a 9.80. Looks like Jaden McDonald is up next on vault. Going to be doing the Yurchenko full. But waiting for, so they meet referees over there.
Alana Fisher from Eastern Michigan on the floor right now. All the different choreography is amazing. You would think with your teammates helping you or your coaches that there would be some things that just repeated themselves, but every girl has such unique dance moves.
There might be some things that are repeated that, especially like the jump sequencing, but the dance elements, you're right. I'm surprised that they have not been repeated. It's based on personality too, on what dance moves work best for everyone involved. Nice double back pike there.
Solid landing on that.
Very nice ending to her routine.
Nadia had a fantastic finish on her beam routine.
That's good to see, especially after a teammate fell, to get up there and then do your routine and not fall and whatnot. All right, so up on bars for Fisk. Looks like we have Xana Brewer.
For the Falcons, next on beam will be Elise Broska.
Love went with a 9.175, so definitely want to be able to drop that score. And again, over on bars, the judges have to converse on something, so make that poor gymnast have to wait. That's tough. That is tough.
For the Falcons, Elise is a sophomore from Pennsylvania. Her high score on beam this year has been a 9.8. She has a couple first place finishes in her career. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Nadia went with a 9.825. Nice score for her.
On vault is Ellen Collins, finishing up for West Virginia.
All right, Yurchenko layout. Nice landing on that vault as well. Her teammate Sierra Maria went before, or Munz, excuse me, with a 9.75. All right. Eastern Michigan over on the floor. Nice series there.
Abby Brushwood.
Love the smiles. The smiles, having a good time. The judges like to see that you're having fun, that it's not work out there trying to do all that. Again, teammates are on the floor doing the dance moves, cheering when she gets to that corner. It's so hard to get that tumbling pass, especially if it's your last one. You're tired. And she's going to go ahead and do a double back tuck. Nice dismount. Nice last tumbling pass. Nice finish. Very fast, active music, which is kind of nice. All right, now we are ready for the bars. Finally, Xana Brewer is up next. Use the springboard to help her get up there to that high bar. Nice handstand all the way. Giant half into a Jaeger. Ooh, very nice. Unfortunately, as she's going for that handstand, not losing any deduction, she went over and unfortunately fell. So she's talking to one of her coaches and she's like, do I need to repeat that? Do I just get up there and finish? What do I need to do in order to get the better score I can, even though I fell? Unfortunately, I noticed that Elise on beam fell on her acro series, her back handspring layout, step out. Just was off from the get-go. You could kind of see that happening.
See Coach Turner talking to Megan Bingham, I believe, right now. Megan's high score this year is a 9.925 on the beam. Hopefully she can punch that and really help the Falcons out.
Yep, definitely want to throw out those low score if they can. Acro series, back handspring layout, step out, very nice. Cat leap, aerial cartwheel, just a little bounce check. An aerial cartwheel is a tough skill, even though it might not look like it, but to go over the top sideways like that. Leap combination of her jump and then split quarter. Feeling to the end of the beam there so that she knows that she's ready for a dismount, round off. 1.5 is a hop at the end there. Like she couldn't wait to get off that beam. She was moving rather fast. Wow, 9.85 for Abby Brushwood from Eastern. Right now we've got Anna Grace on the floor. Doing a great job. Front layout, punch front 1.5, stuck landing. Very nice. I'm not sure why any coach would want to wear black, but I see the Eastern Michigan coach has black on and has chalk all over her. Because when you hug and you cheer and everything.
All the hug marks on the back of her where everybody's fingerprints.
It's really cool to see. As I stated earlier, I had a male coach when I was at BGSU, Charles Simpson, so he never wore a coat or a tie or anything. He always wore comfortable clothes for a meet or whatnot. So it's really interesting to kind of see, especially the female coaches, wear heels and sparkles and whatnot. I'm not sure how that's comfortable on their feet, but hey, they look really nice. Fury is definitely looking nice in her sparkle there.
Coach Turner just talked to Catherine Weilbacher to get her ready for her beam routine. She's going to finish up for the Falcons. Very solid routine.
Her splits, definitely 180 across the board. Very, very nice. Long legs, pointed toes. Handles all the requirements.
She just exudes confidence on the beam.
That's kind of how you have to attack the event, confidently. 9 out of 10 times the beam wins when you're not confident. Gainer full off the end of the beam. Nice dismount just to hop on that landing, which will cost her a 10th.
We will have one exhibition on the beam for the Falcons. That'll be Serena Ross in her senior meet at the Stroh for her.
That's awesome. Senior day, gonna compete on beam.
Right now on the floor for Eastern Michigan, we have Raysa Boris.
All right. I'm hearing lots of screams and cheers. Doing a great job on floor. Your teammates are definitely getting into it. And sometimes you need that, because sometimes you might not think you're doing a great job, and it's nice to have your teammates cheer you on.
That's great elevation on that routine right there at the finish.
I always love the routines that end right on the note of their floor music. I think that's just so cool and very precise and whatnot.
We will also have an exhibition for Eastern Michigan on the floor routine. Trinity Macy will come up after Raysa did.
Looks as though Catherine Walbacher went with a 9.85, a very solid score. So they were able to drop the 9.10 that Elise scored, and they did have to take Love's score of a 9.175, which is not what you want to do, but sometimes that's the way it happens. Cool. Little fall in the Jaeger on bars over there for Fisk.
This is Anaya Taylor for Fisk on the bars right now.
She's a little far off. Was just not able to grab onto that.
Serena Ross on the bar, or the beam for the Falcons, are putting together a very good routine.
She's going to finish with her dismount series there, the giant full. Nice. Double back flyaway. Just a little stubble there on the landing. Definitely not the way that she probably wanted to perform that routine, but sometimes those things happen, and she'll take that, what she learned from today, and work on that in practice. And will only make it better for when it counts. Nice solid routine. Even though she's exhibition for Serena, it was nice to see her on her senior day compete on the balance beam.
Trinity Macy from Eastern Michigan as an exhibition on the floor.
Awesome. Back 1.5 to a punch front pipe. Whenever I would back twist, I would get lost. So sometimes I wouldn't know if I was doing one twist or two. That's why I prefer to go forward. For some reason, I was able to do that much better than I was able to go backwards.
In those routines, are you training your body or actually visually using cues from the gym to help you out, or both?
Well, when you don't practice in the same gym that you compete, it's kind of hard to do that. When I competed, we were in the same gym, which was really nice. Sometimes your teammates would stand and you would look for them. So I would have my teammates stand at a certain point, and I would look at her when I started, and if I saw her when I finished, I knew I was done. So it just depends. Very nice.
And that wraps up
our third rotation. Yeah.
They're doing a great job of keeping things moving today.
Nope, I think we have some bar routines yet still to go.
For Fisk?
Yes.
Yep.
Just based on the fact that they did have the conference on a couple bar routines over there. So we're going to wait for Fisk to finish up. Giant half right into her Jaeger pike. Wow, nice. Oh, beautiful handstand right to the 90-degree angle. Shoot over. Whoops. connection to the high bar was just a little short on that handstand before her dismount. Play out, fly away. Just a little short. Had a step forward. Beautiful Jaeger combination though on that pike. Set it off strong. Everybody has their role over there on bars. There's some girls that are taking notes. Some girls are moving the equipment.
It's where a lot of people think that gymnastics maybe is an individual sport, but it just takes a village, it takes a team.
Sure does.
Throughout the whole meet, you've commented on how your teammates choreographed or stood in places or moved mats, and
everybody has their role, and they know what that role is. And in order to succeed and be successful as a team, it does take a village. It's definitely, it looks like, the more girls you have on your team, it's definitely very cutthroat, where everybody's vying for a spot. I'll never forget with one meet I hurt my ankle, so I was off a little bit. I made it back, but I was exhibition on beam, and I was crushed. I was like, what on earth? But it was just because I had been out for about a week, and my coach just felt like somebody else deserved it better, which she did, and she was phenomenal, but I was able to work my way back into that beam rotation. But initially I was kind of like, oh. But every week in practice, it's not necessarily just about how you perform at a certain meet. It also stemmed from how did you practice that week. Did you have a good week of practice? Did you work hard? Were you hitting your routines in practice? And if you weren't, that might also deter you from competing in that weekend meet or whatnot, or traveling with the team.
I think many people don't understand that coaches make decisions based on what they see in practice throughout the week. And gymnastics, basketball, football, all the sports.
I would definitely have to admit that I was more of a meet girl than a practice girl. So I had to really work on that throughout my collegiate career, was making sure that I practiced hard too, because I was kind of more of a performer on Saturday afternoons or whatever. So I learned quickly that it's a combination.
I would think that's a big adjustment for almost all collegiate athletes to go from
being great where they were in their high school to having to compete every second of every day at their collegiate experience.
I often sometimes forget how these athletes they're also students. I'll come back to that later. We're going to go ahead and
Morgan Price for Fisk on the bars. She's in their 6th rotation. They will have one exhibition after Morgan.
Okay, nice. Shoot over to handstand. So far, so good for this routine. Very clean. Get to the handstand. Very nice. Setting up for her dismount. Nice dismount, the full-in double flyaway. Very nice. And we do have an exhibition. .146 range, which makes us closer to West Virginia. Nice score for Trinity, Zaya, I'm sorry, a 9 points. She's up right now as an exhibition, okay. So Morgan Price, a 9.725. Nice solid score for Fisk. And then here's our exhibition. Nice handstand. Toe front dismount, just a little over-rotated. A couple of steps there on the landing.
In the 4th rotation, the Falcons will be on the floor. Megan Decius will lead them off, followed by Lauren Bannister. In the third spot will be Elise Broska. Fourth will be Love Akpan. Number 5 will be Kiara Thornton. And wrapping them up will be Nashville. Their coach, Corrine Wright Tarver, she competed for Alabama. Amazing to put together a program from the ground up. At Alabama, Coach Tarver, she led them or helped them earn their first NCAA championship, which everybody probably in gymnastics knows that Alabama is now one of the top programs in the nation. And then in 1989, she was the all-around champion for the NCAA, and she was actually the first African-American gymnast to win that. She had scored a 38.9, which at that time was tied for the all-around record nationally. Just an incredible gymnast in her time. I think she followed out that by going to law school, which probably isn't too surprising. She's such a committed, dedicated athlete and person.
Which makes me talk about how BGSU Gymnastics, they are athletes, but they're also students also. When I was in college for gymnastics, certain classes are only offered at certain times, and your education must come first. So we blocked out a time for practice, but if there was a class that was only offered at a certain time, we'd have to miss practice, come to practice late, stay later, come in the morning. We had to rearrange schedules. I was an education major, and so it was very hard to do my student teaching while competing as well, because you're in the schools up until 4 or 5 o'clock, and then you had to go to practice and whatnot. So that was really tough. So a lot of these girls are very scholarly, maintain high GPAs in hard classes, biology, chemistry, calculus. Those are some tough classes, and they maintain a solid GPA and also have time to compete collegiately.
We see that with our seniors. Our seniors are being honored today. I know Lauren Bannister, her major is listed as health science, and Sydney Bennett, a major in marketing. Megan Decius looked like she's leaning towards the business world, maybe in advertising. Courtney Morrison with the health science or even pre-physical therapy. Serena Ross with forensic science, which is definitely touches my heart as a science teacher also. To maintain, like you said, your grades while competing at the Division I level is amazing.
Is over on the bars with Jake McDonald, Amber Lowe, Abby Pearson, Miranda
Here are
Smith,
some highlights from
Journey
the third
Lane,
rotation.
Brooke Albright.
Like I said, Eastern Michigan rocked it on floor. Great
on the vault,
routines.
Jackie Patterson, Emma Lewis,
West Virginia over here on vault.
Abby Brushwood,
Same thing.
Reza Boris, and Alana Fisher.
Whoa, that's a different dismount, the double twisting flyaway. You don't see that very often. Punch front full. Another Chanko full, a little short in the landing there.
Your attention up to the video board as we
Double back
recognize
pike.
2002
A little short, had to step forward.
1999 NCAA National
There's
Champion,
Love finishing
Barney
up.
Ostrom.
Back 1.5
Barney
disc.
is a
Nice stuff
2013
landing.
inductee in the BGSU Hall of Fame after setting numerous school and conference records. She's the first gymnast to win 3 individual titles and 1
I
league
do
meet.
believe that
BGSU is proud to recognize
Eastern Michigan,
Barney
when we
and her
get there
athletic feats during her time
on vault,
at BGSU.
it's going to do a 10.0 start value vault, where all the other ones have been a 9.95. So I think we're going to see our first 10.0 start value over on vault for the 4th rotation.
What would make that difference? What would you do to create that or elevate that to a 10.0? Would it be the approach?
Well, the difference is the Yurchenko full is a 9.95, and you just have to add that extra half twist. So yes, you need more amplitude in order to finish the twisting. And it's a blind landing, so it's really hard to land as well. The Yurchenko full, you see the floor when you land, so it makes it a little bit easier. That's why they don't give it the 10.0 start value. And it's also, hard to do that round-up entry onto the vault as well. The gainer full off the end of the beam for Catherine was very nice. Double tuck. Like I said, to finish a routine like that with a double. Beautiful dismount on floor. Last rotation.
So in our last rotation, Eastern Michigan will wrap up on the vault. West Virginia will be on the uneven bars. Fisk will finish on the balance beam, and Bowling Green on the floor.
It's unfortunate for BGSU. They haven't been able to put 4 solid events together at once. The first meet, home meet we saw, their floor routines had a couple falls. They've kind of fixed that. And then now there's a couple falls on beam. So now they could fix that, and then there was a couple problems on bars. They just can't quite seem to get 4 events together at one time, which is okay for dual meets and whatnot. You really want them to come together at the MAC championships.
Absolutely.
So they'll work out all those kinks and that kind of thing and whatnot, and hopefully put it all together when it counts the most in terms of the MAC championship.
From last year's score, it looks like that's what they do each year. It looks like even in the duels, they may not beat a team, but when it comes down to the MAC championships, they're together strong routines and a strong competitive meet.
You're exactly right. Sometimes the record doesn't speak for how you are, what you're capable of or what you're going to do. So you're right. You might only win 1 or 2 dual meets, but in the MAC championship, their ultimate goal is to finish probably in the top 3, which would be great for them. They seem to have had a couple injuries. They definitely lost one of their top girls before the beginning of the season. Had to have some hip surgery, and so she's out this year. That definitely hurt them. So hopefully they'll get her nursed back to health, and she'll be back next year. I also love that when you're just right before you're ready to get to compete, you take the girls that are competing on that event. So you'll notice, like on floor, you've got the 7 girls that are going to be competing on floor. On beam, you've got the girls who are competing on beam, and they are going to talk amongst themselves and be able to let each other know what they expect from one another. And it's like, here's the beam team, here's the bar team, and that kind of thing. So I've noticed more and more of that as the competition continues.
Jacqueline Patterson from Eastern Michigan just did her vault. We're waiting on those scores.
Yurchenko full was nice. All right, we're over on bars.
From West Virginia, Jaden McDonald.
A little leg separation on those skills. I like to see her toes point a little bit more throughout. Execution is crucial on bars, and that's what the judges look for besides handstands and landings. They also look for execution. Unfortunately, a fall over there on her dismounts.
Megan Decius for the Falcons on the floor, starting them out.
I like her floor music. Very elegant. That's what I call it. Instead of that rock and roll kind of thing. She's a little bit more opening up with her first tumbling pass. Layout step out to a punch front full. Very nice. Her leap combination. Again, the judges look for that 180 split. Interesting standing back tuck in the middle of her floor routine. You don't see that all the time. Stepping back into that corner, getting ready for her next tumbling pass. A Rudy. Punch 1.5 to an immediate split jump. A little bit of a combination. Should get some bonus for that. Very nice routine.
It's a strong start for the Falcons.
For Megan. In that
Eastern Michigan opened up with a 9.75, and then Emma Lewis from Eastern on the vault got a 9.075. Janae Daniel coming up next for Eastern Michigan on the vault.
Now, this is the vault that I do believe she is doing Yurchenko full and a half, so her start value will be at 10.0. I remember watching her in warm-ups, and you can tell the number 4.15 back there. It means Yurchenko 1.5. Let's see how she does. Very nice. Just a little hop there on the landing. Again, a blind landing, so it's so hard to stick those. That was a great vault, though. Very nice. That should be a nice score. And again, starting from a 10.0, so you're giving yourself a fighting chance of scoring a little bit higher than that 9.80 maybe.
And now we're waiting on judges on many of the events. For Fisk, Kaylee McDonald on the balance beam went with a 9.725. And Megan Decius from the Falcons scored a 9.825.
Oh, nice start for the Falcons, 9.825.
Lauren Bannister will be next up for the Falcons on floor.
Let's hope she can build on that score from her teammate Megan.
Anaya Taylor for Fisk on the beam right now.
Already I can tell I like her presence up there on the balance beam. She does look very confident. Getting ready for her acro series. You can always tell that it's coming. Back handspring, lay out, step out, perfect. Very light on her feet. There's that side aerial, right into a split jump. Just a little bounce check on that. Switch leg lead, straddle quarter. Nice leap combination. Wow, very nice. Punch front and full. Nice landing. Very nice beam routine for Fisk.
Lauren Bannister, one of our seniors over on the floor for the Falcons right now. Competing in her last home meet.
That's right. Last time competing in the Stroh.
Although she may have eligibility left to serve as a senior.
Oh, that's true. I'm not sure how that works with the COVID year and all that kind of stuff. So, but that's just awesome for her. Go back fly away. Just a little hop on the lane there for West Virginia.
That was Amber Lowe finishing up for West Virginia.
Her teammate Jaden went with an 8.90 because she did have that fall, unfortunately. So they are definitely going to want to drop that score of 8.90.
Elise Brosco will be the next Falcon up on the floor after they score Lauren. Anaya Taylor from Fisk, her score came in as a 9.825.
Very good score for her. That was a nice beam routine.
And now Sanaya Rosby up for Fisk on the beam.
Nice woof turn. Like I said, everybody has to do a full turn on the balance beam, and typically they do the standard full turn, but she decided to do a woof full turn, which is much harder to do. So I'm impressed with that. Front aerial step out. Lauren went with a 9.80 on floor.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic score for her. And you could see it in her face when she got that score. She was very excited. Setting up for a dismount over on beam.
I believe that was a career high for Lauren. What a fantastic way to finish. Good for Lauren.
Wow, oh, I was wrong, not the dismount. That was a leap series that just took a little bit of time to pull together. Back handspring, back 1.5. A little short on the landing, kind of almost was going to sit down, but just took the step back.
We got Elise Broska from the Falcons on the floor right now.
Looks pretty happy with her smiling. Nice jumps. Again, there are her teammates right there in the corner. Cheering her on, getting her ready for that tumbling pass. Deep breath. Nice stuck, double back, tuck.
As Elise finishes up, the next Falcon on the floor will be Love Akpan. Alana Fisher from Eastern Michigan just did the final vault for Eastern.
And it seemed like a pretty good one based on the screaming that we heard. So over on B.
Got Aliyah Reed Harris.
Unfortunately, with that combination, she did pause a little too long, so she might not get that combination and maybe the bonus points that go with it. She had to hesitate just for a split second. Cat leap, side aerial. Nice combination. Gainer full off the side. Nice beam routine. Just a couple balance checks here and there.
Eastern Michigan, Alana Fisher finished up with a 9.850, which was their highest score for the vault.
It's nice because they're able to throw out that 9.075. That was their low score. So that always is nice. Well above their average.
Looks like Eastern Michigan is going to finish with like a 196.1, which their average this season has been 194.8, so that's a very strong finish. Getting them ready for the MAC championships.
Yeah.
They'll be a team to contend with. We got Love Ekpan over on the floor for the Falcons.
All right. Opening up, I'm sure, with a pretty powerful tumbling pass. Round up back handspring, double back pike. Stuck landing.
Great elevation on that.
She almost missed the man on that one. A little up to the front there. Just a freshman. Love is. I remember reading her bio. Not sure where she's from.
Oh, it's from Columbus. Columbus School for the Girls. 9.825 has been her best floor routine.
Okay. Like I said, her first pass stuck landing for sure.
She's also all-around competitor for the Falcons. Such a strong gymnast.
Front layout, step out to a punch front full. Very nice.
Great to see so many strong young Falcons with programs in great hands.
Nice routine for Love.
Kiara Thornton will follow Love next for the Falcons. We're over on the bars now. West Virginia, Miranda Smith.
Getting ready for a dismount. Double flyweight. Nice stuck landing. I'd like to have seen her legs together a little bit more, a little bit tighter on her handstands and her giants, but for the most part, nice landing on that double flyaway. Beautiful beam routine up there from Fisk. I'm not sure who that was, but based on their cheering and whatnot, it was a nice beam routine.
For the Falcons, Kiara Thornton, the freshman from Leeds, United Kingdom, will be next on the floor. Her high score this year
Morgan
has been
Price on beam went with a 9.95. That's definitely our highest score of the day.
Of the day, absolutely.
Wow.
Congratulations,
Means
Morgan.
yes, that the judges found less than a tenth of a point wrong with that beam routine. That's impressive.
Now Liberty Mora for Fisk is on and finishing up the team. There will be an exhibitionist. Sophia Pratt will go after Liberty.
Front aerial step out into a back tuck. Different acro combination. Nice side somersault there. switch leg leap to a deep jump. Again, very difficult to do on the balance beam because you are blind for a little bit. You can't see the beam. A little bit of a balance check on that. Getting ready for her dismount. Cat leap. Gainer full off the side. Nice landing there. Nice routine.
Get on the floor. We've got Kiera Thornton for the Falcons.
All right. Let's see how she finishes up. Double back pike. Very nice.
See that smile at the end of that run.
Sometimes it's a smile of relief. Like, oh, I'm almost done. Oh, I like that ending. Right on the nose with the music. That's
Kiera.
why I think things should always
Kiera be
end.
followed by Catherine Weilbacher.
Oh, yes.
Another all-arounder for the Falcons. And then we will have Emily Castiglia.
Is it an exhibition? Awesome.
Yes. We do have
An exhibition on beam over there for Fisk. Sophia Pratt. Her teammate prior to her, Liberty Mora, went with a 9.825.
those are two strong scores.
Wow.
Finish up for Fisk.
I'd like to see more of that 9.95 routine. Up, hips open up a little bit. Aw, I saw her do that in warm-ups, and she did it perfect, the aerial back handspring. It's unfortunate. One little open of the hip or drop of the shoulder, and unfortunately. Side aerial round off, kind of landing with 2 feet. Split quarter, then into a woof 3/4, 3/4. You'll notice that everybody from every team is filming, taping, so you can always. Nice front fold there at the end. Let's finish Catherine's floor routine real quick. Beautiful leaps and jumps, finishing all the way to the very end. Oh, out of bounds on that. Too much rotation. Remember, when you step out of bounds, you lose a 10th.
Is it a 10?
Yeah. Sometimes you have too much momentum because you're trying so hard because you are tired and whatnot, and then you do over-rotate. And so that will be a deduction, unfortunately.
Emily Castiglia will be on exhibition after Catherine. And that may be our final routine for the day when
Final
Emily
competitor.
goes.
It looks like, yep.
Well, maybe Brooke Albaum. We've got a West Virginia. Maybe West Virginia. We've got one more
Okay, we got
competitor
one
for
more
West
over there.
Virginia on the bars. The judges are conferring over on the bars again, so.
Okay. Again, you want to get it right, so you appreciate them having to conference, but then again, like I said, it just disturbs the flow of the meet, and you're mentally ready to go, and then they're like, oh no, please stop for a second, and sometimes that can be really tough.
I'm sure Eastern Michigan's very excited about their score.
A 196.1 is very good. I wonder if it's probably a season high or a for this year, which is great, because then you can only build on that. You only can go up, hopefully. And you fix the mistakes that you made in this meet, and you go forward.
Even at the MAC last year, the MAC champions, they were 195.1, so that 196 is a full point above that. That's very exciting for them as they head into the MAC championships.
Finally got the go-ahead over there on bars. Here goes Brooke. little shy on that handstand. Oh, put the bar on that. Nice shoot over to handstand. Getting ready for her dismount. Not quite to handstand. Giant to layout. Just a little hop in the landing there. Unfortunately, her foot got caught in the bar, caused a little disruption in the flow of the routine.
The Falcons, if they finish with their 194.8, will be their second highest score of the season, so they too are building towards the MAC championships. That's fantastic to see. Coach Turner's probably mixing things up and seeing who can do things, and she'll put together a great squad.
So I think we only have that one. Have we gotten a score for Catherine yet?
Yeah, we haven't gotten Catherine's score on the floor yet.
I do see that her start value was a 10.0, so that's awesome. Like I said, you want to have a 10.0 to give yourself a fighting chance, so to speak.
So she got a 9.8. Catherine finished with a 9.8 on the floor. So that will be a 194.85, which will be the Falcons' highest score of the season.
Wow.
Fantastic Falcons.
And it could have been a 10th higher if she had not stepped out of bounds on that dismount there. That double back pike would have been a 9.9.
A great senior day for the Falcons.
And Emily's up. All right. And there she is. Double back pike. Just a little bit of balance check there. She almost had a step back again, but she didn't. It's kind of hard to dance off those mats a little bit. But you'd rather save the ankles. Beautiful jumps. 180. Very nice.
Are those thick mats per the individual when they want them, or the coaches mandate them? Or?
I believe it's more on the individual. A coach would want you to see not to have to use them at all, but your body takes a beating and you just want to protect them. So maybe during the MAC championship, you might not use them, but you will for dual meets and things like that. That was not allowed when I was competing. We were not allowed, the mats were not allowed to be used on the floor. So. All right, there she is, getting ready for her final pass. Front one are full to a punch layout. Very nice. Nice ending there. She's like, oh. Sometimes it's just, oh, it's nice to have it done.
So that should be our last competitor of the afternoon.
So.
I'm still so excited for the Falcons to have the highest score so far this season. They're just moving in the right direction at the end here. That's great.
How about they came in and they beat West Virginia, came in with a 194.70, so it looks like the Falcons are going to finish second today.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Again, what a great thing for your seniors to send them off like that. Happy for the parents that traveled to see their children compete in their senior year, senior meet, and to have the team put together such a strong competition.
And this wasn't their best. They had a couple falls on beam. They had a counter fall on beam, and I believe they had a kind of pretty low score on bars. So if they can get those fixed and whatnot, they're going to be scoring the 195s and 196s then as well. And again, you want that more so toward the MAC championship. And so very impressive. 49.025 on floor. Like I said, anytime you can score a 49 on an event, you're going to give yourself a fighting chance to be in college competing at the collegiate level. So that would be awesome.
So at this time, when you hear your name, if you would please come up, and the team has some flowers for the.
Looks like they're going to honor the seniors before they do the top awards for each event. And I think it's also very nice. They always honor the seniors of the other teams.
Absolutely.
Give them a flower and say thank you. You survived, did 4 years, 5 years, whatever, how long you were there, and it's great to see you still competing. So I think it's always very nice when you honor the seniors from the other squads.
It's another thing I think people forget about is to maintain your grades, to do your workouts, and throughout the entire collegiate career, I'm sure you get stressed and tempted to maybe step away, but these athletes have not.
As well as Rachel Boris, Katie Butler, Jordan Jankowski, Trinity Mason.
My senior class when we were in school, we had 6 girls. 6 girls that made it to the end. Started as freshmen, became lifelong friends, graduated. So my class had 6 girls at 6 seniors.
Congratulations to those seniors from the other teams.
And at this time, we introduce Bowling Green State University's 4 seniors. On the floor, our seniors are going to be joined by our BGSU Athletics Director, Derek Vandermeer, Senior Associate Athletic Director for Student Athletic Experience and Deputy Title IX Coordinator, Dr. Chad Hessen, and Gymnastics Head Coach, Carrie Turner.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and I just wanted to take a moment to say how grateful I am to be competing here at Bowling Green. Over the past 4 years, I really got to grow as a gymnast and as a person, and I'll be forever grateful for this opportunity. I also want to mention all the relationships I've made. You guys are my best friends, and I literally would not have the same college experience without you guys. So thanks, love you guys.
Our first senior health science major from Prospect, Kentucky, Lauren Bannister.
Hey guys, it's Sydney. I just want to say I'm so thankful for the past 4 years because they've been the best years of my life. I'm going to miss everyone so much, and I love you guys so much.
And our next senior is marketing major from Denver, North Carolina, Sydney Bennett.
Hey guys, it's Megan, and I just wanted to say how grateful I am for all the opportunity that BG has given me. I've made such close friendships throughout these years, and I've just enjoyed so many moments that I won't ever forget. So thank you, and I love you.
Our third senior advertising major from Mesa, Arizona, Megan Deisha.
Hi, I'm Courtney. Looking back at my past 4 years here, I just want to say I'm so thankful for everything that BG has given me, and the relationships I've made and the memories I've made are truly going to be unforgettable, and I'm really thankful for that.
Our fourth senior, health science major from Colts Neck, New Jersey, Courtney Morrison.
Hi, I'm Serena Ross. I just wanted to start out by thanking my parents for everything that they do for me. Without them, I would not be where I am today. And I just wanted to touch on the relationships that I've had here at BG. They're very meaningful to me, and I think that I've found like my friends forever. So thank you guys. Thanks, bye.
And our fifth senior, she's a criminal justice major from Los Angeles, California, Serena Ross. Falcon fans, let's give one more big round of applause to our 5 gymnastics seniors: Lauren Bannister, Sydney Bennett, Megan Deisha, Courtney Morrison, and Serena Ross. And so at this time, we'll go ahead and give final results. These are pending verification from the officials. First up on the vault, we have a tie for second place from Bowling Green State University with a score of 9.825. Love Ekpan. and Catherine Wallbacker. In first place, and congratulations with a score of 9.850 from Eastern Michigan University, Atlanta Fisher. Results on the bars. We have a tie for third with a score of 9.825 from Eastern Michigan University, Jordan Jankowski. And teammate Kyrie Love. Second place with a score of 9.850 from Bowling Green State University, Isabella Ravelli. In first place, and congratulations will go with a score of 9.875 from Eastern Michigan, Ray Sabores. Final results on the beam, and we have a tie for third place with a score of 9.875 from Eastern Michigan University, Ray Sabores. And from West Virginia University, Abby Pearson. Second place with a score of 9.90 from West Virginia, Journey Lane. In first place, and congratulations with a score of 9.950 from Fisk, Morgan Price. On the floor, we had a three-way tie for second place with a score of 9.850 from West Virginia, Abby Pearson. And from Eastern Michigan University, Abby Brushwood. And teammate Anna Grace McCullough. In first place, and congratulations will go with a score of 9.875 from Eastern Michigan University, Ray Sabores. In the individual all-around competition, third place with a score of 39.175 from Bowling Green State University, Catherine Wallbacker. Second place, and congratulations with a score of 39.275 from Fisk, Morgan Price. And congratulations to the winner of today's all-around competition with a score of 39.350 from Eastern Michigan University, Ray Sabores. And so the final results of this afternoon's meet. Fourth place, and congratulations with a score of 192.30. It's the team from Fisk. Third place, and congratulations with a score of 194.70 from West Virginia. Second place, and congratulations with a score of 194.850, the squad from Bowling Green State University. And congratulations, first place, and congratulations with a score of 196.10. First place goes to the squad from Eastern Michigan University. And so that will conclude this afternoon's meet. We'd like to thank everybody for being here and joining us here at the Stroh Center on this Super Bowl Sunday. Once again, the BGSU Gymnastics squad will be signing autographs up on the main concourse in just a few moments. We'd like to again thank you for your attendance at today's meet. Please have a safe trip home and go Falcons!